without measure, and we take delight in good company. And we rove and we rove and we rove again. Tired in the legs, but never in the head. We run big boys of pleasure, drinking without measure, and we take delight in good company. And we rove and we rove and we rove again. Tired in the legs, but never in the head. We run big boys of pleasure, drinking without measure, and we take delight in good company. And we rove and we rove and we rove again. Tired in the legs, but never in the head. We run big boys of pleasure, drinking without measure, and we take delight in good company. And we rove and we rove and we rove again. Tired in the legs, but never in the head. We run big boys of pleasure, drinking without measure.
I hope it's going to record now. It'd be a shame if we went through a half an hour or something and it didn't record. But okay, so oh yeah, by the way, I got Italian beer. I know it's probably a bit cheesy.
So yeah, it's good. Shall we get a beer too?
Up to yourselves. I know that's probably cheesy. It's probably a bit cheesy, but it's good beer. It's bloody good beer, you know.
It's decent, you know.
Italian beer's not that bad. Oh yeah, Peroni. Yeah, Peroni's pretty good as well. Yeah.
Yeah, they're quite similar.
Yeah. Well, that's handy. You have the fridge right beside you.
Let's try open the beer with this harmonica.
Okay.
It works.
Okay, good. So hello everyone. So today I have the great pleasure of being joined by Lorenzo and Silvano, both from the Italian Celtic punk / rock band Uncle Bard and the Dirty Bastards. So thanks for joining me today, lads. It's great to see you again.
Great to see you.
I just say I've met the two boys before, and I made a video of that time I seen the band in Switzerland, and I did a review of their album, so you can check that out in the description box below. Uncle Bard and the Dirty Bastards are a great band to see. They're a great bunch of lads. Fucking brilliant live. They really get the place going. Foot thumping music. You have great interaction with the crowd. You're not a boring band to see anyway. And I've seen you more than once. I also seen you in Prattlin. You were with Fiddler's Green and Celticum. That was a long night. So we have good news and bad news. Of course, the bad news would be the coronavirus. But the good news first off is you've a new album out, The Men Behind the Glass. It's out since April. And it's doing very well. I see it's getting very rave reviews from fans and critics alike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I maybe I'll go through one of these reviews. There was a review from loudandproud.it.
Yeah.
I don't know if these guys are your mates, are they?
Yeah, we know the guy.
Okay, they said this is the review. It's easy to get lost between melancholy and happiness, between positivity and resignation, but it's the Dirty Bastards that show us the right way, guiding us with the sound of the banjo, and that's yourself, and tin whistle towards a staggering path that leads us to auditory pleasure. I mean, this is great stuff. Each song is a stop, an obligatory stop for this hopping vital cross, which culminates in the satisfaction of having in your hands a unique disc of its kind, the sum of the many experiences that have involved every single member of the band. If you want to breathe for a moment and breathe Ireland deeply, you know who to trust. I mean, that's a fantastic review.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and then actually that guy hangs with us at the pub all the time. So.
Okay, so you must have had a good load of Peroni inside him then. So you must be overjoyed with the positive feedback. I mean, it's across the board. Some websites in England and I've seen German websites. And there's one in Holland as well. Get very positive reviews. I mean, it's getting good reviews so far on the album. Yeah,
actually, well, we have to say we've been working a lot on this album, trying to get step a little bit over on the songwriting. But then, after what was it, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
You're not really clear about how the songs are going, or what is the direction, or how many times you've been changing the song. So we're like, hopefully we're doing a good job or what. And then actually in the end, the reviews are like, we started like waiting for the reviews, and then the first reviews came out and we're like, it's good.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Well, I listened to the album. It's great. Great sets of songs. If he only applied himself, that's my personal favorite. But I'm not sure if that's the one that stands out with a lot of people. But that's the one I like. Was it so? So you said it took you about 3 years to get this album going, was it? Or
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the last one was 3 years ago. We have songs older than that.
okay.
Like Wish or Man of the Storm. They were ready before the previous album, but we're not so sure about the direction because they are different from what we did in the past. So we were not sure about including those songs into that album. So we waited, and
But I think it was a good move, because probably we're not ready to arrange songs like, like Man of the Storm with horns and stuff like that. So maybe it was a good choice to wait a bit.
Yeah. And what would you say you're trying to express yourself through this album? I mean, is the title a clue? The Men Beyond the Glass, or?
Well, we were trying to do a bit more than drinking songs. Well, I mean, it's good to make drinking songs, but we're getting old. We're trying to get, more personal. I don't know. Well, it's probably a little bit like deep with the lyrics, and it's not a bad thing, or
No. It's
not
kind of like you're maturing as musicians, I guess. Like this is, would this be your third album, isn't it? Or yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're drinking a lot of beer before. Now we're drinking more whiskey.
You're not just drunken louts or dirty old bastards. You might have to change your name then.
Oh,
Yeah, more refined bastards, maybe. Who knows? So yeah, everything is always so well produced. With the sound quality, album, the videos are great. The album cover, inside the sleeves as well, and everything. There's a lot of great information. You explain the songs perfectly. I mean, you obviously have a great team working behind the scenes as well. It's not just the band.
Well,
by ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't have a great team. Okay. Well, then the question is, I mean, that's extra work for you guys. I mean,
A lot of extra work. Yeah.
So
for the previous album, the title was Handmade because we did everything from songwriting, recording, mixing, and mastering.
okay.
Videos, photos, artwork.
Yeah.
We did everything by ourselves. And
Okay.
we recorded this album in another studio because there was too
much work.
Too much work.
Yeah.
It was really stressful for me and Guido, who were the sound engineer for the previous album. It was
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, on this album, for the first time, we made a kind of team, because before it was basically him and Guido. They were recording, like me and him were making videos and graphics. So this time we got our sound engineer, live sound engineer, that is he even recorded the album, and it's called Tancredi. He did a great job. And then we got this guy Filippo who took pictures, and he did a great job.
Yeah, because in the past we used to do selfies. Or use the timer on the camera to do the shooting.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I guess you got a little bit of help, but I mean, you must be acquiring skills then. So Back on Your Feet, the video tie-in with the album, it's a very good video. It's well produced. So probably one of you guys made it. What was that? What was that like with the lockdown going on? I mean, that must have been quite stressful trying to make a music video.
You wanna know it? Now since the lockdown is over, we can speak about it. That you want to know the story, half of the story. Actually, this album was planned in 1 year to get out in that moment, so there was no chance to postpone it. So we have to do it. So one day we just met, like I don't know, like criminals in my garage, and we shoot the video.
Okay.
So that's why you see so many close-ups.
Okay, it looks. You wouldn't think it was is your garage that big? It looks massive on the video.
It was just 3 of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we close each other. So, we used the previous footage of the drummer.
And even for the pipe. That's a
Excellent.
movie.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Totally different plans, but there was no way to do anything else. So.
Okay.
But in the end, it was even better than what we expected. So
Yeah. I guess when you have to think on your feet, it always surprises you. Your creative juices were flowing. So that was good news. The album is out. But obviously, the bad news was the coronavirus and the timing. And as you said, you couldn't do anything about the timing. But promotion of the album, I mean, and gigging, all the gigs that were cancelled. I mean, and you guys do a lot of gigging. A lot of touring, so I mean that must be a right pain.
yeah, it was. We just made an album to get out before the summer, getting ready for the summer touring, but it didn't happen. And we got like many good festivals. We got like more shows with Dropkick Murphys. We got one show with Social Distortion. It's not happening. But it's gonna happen next year, so we're not that sad anymore.
Yeah. You might have to reissue it again. So on a personal level, then, as an Italian, I mean, what was it like living in Italy during this period? Because Italy got it pretty bad, the coronavirus.
Yeah, we actually even live in the Lombardia, which is a place like that got really involved in that thing. But I don't know, actually it was a lot of waiting, and that's it, like everywhere in the world, because we didn't see much.
No, not at all.
You just have to like wait for 3 months, and then I think at some point it was getting, at least to me, it was getting really, really frustrating. Since you're just there, and I don't know, you get very lost staying. I was just, the feet counter on your phone. One day I took like 20 steps.
Okay.
That means I went twice to the toilet, and that's it.
Okay. Yeah, stir crazy. You're going stir crazy. But there must be positives. I mean, like, I guess you would have maybe perhaps more interaction with your fans in real time online, maybe, and maybe.
Yeah, and also a few collaborations, musically speaking, and because you have to be more creative and think about how to put out some footage and Facebook posts, stuff like that. And then the other positive thing for me was that I had a lot of time to play, to learn new tunes, new songs, and to practice, because when you are touring, you don't have time to do that. So that was good.
Yeah. So you got
overall,
you got the 4th album written.
Actually, this lockdown came too close to the release of the other album. We are really not in the mood to write songs.
I don't want to enter the studio for another 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah, well, like, I mean, with less distractions, as you said, probably creativity is more stimulated, So when do you think you can gig again? I mean, do you have a definite timeline now? You can see your way out of this, or no?
No idea.
Okay.
Maybe some few gigs are confirmed outside of Italy.
Yeah, there is one gig confirmed in France for the end of August, and that's the only one.
Yeah.
We don't expect to be back on stage before the next year.
Yeah, and then Corona Part 2 will come around, probably, maybe in September, October.
Of course, yeah.
It's possible to do gigs since next month, I guess, in Italy, but there are 2 limitations, so it's not possible at all.
Yeah,
so well, to be seated, there are a limit number for the audience,
and
they can't sell drinks.
So it's impossible for the organizers to do that. It's no sense.
Yeah.
And then who wants to see Irish punk with no beer? As in Switzerland, yeah.
Well, I think in Switzerland, like, I like football, so I know with football they have a 300 attendance rule. I actually might be going to a football match tomorrow, hopefully. Small teams will have 300. That's fine, but I think by the end of July it might be 2,000 or something. So I'm not sure, but I think they're trying to bring it in quicker. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's been fairly relaxed in the north of Switzerland. I know in the south of Switzerland it's different. But in North Switzerland's pretty relaxed,
Okay.
Well, the problem here is that there's no plan. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen in the next month. So this is a real problem for musicians, for the organizers, for the festival. So everyone is canceling the festival and postponing it to the next year.
Yeah.
It's the only thing you can do now.
Yeah.
Because I think the way it's going probably is gonna get quicker, because they're like, trying to get things like easier. But now all the tours are postponed to the next year, and US is still a big issue. So if nothing moves from the US, not even festivals can put up lineups or stuff like that. So we just have to wait.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you never know. Like, I mean, are you allowed to cross the border, like, into Switzerland and Germany?
Not yet.
So in Switzerland next week.
Next week, I think.
Yeah. Next
You
week,
can do that only if you have a work permit.
Okay, yeah, so it's still a bit strict. So let's just delve into the band and its history a little more for people that maybe not too sure of who you are. So I know I did this before, but my article anyway. But so, what's the origin of the name? I mean, Uncle Bard, and who's the Dirty Bastards and all this?
Everybody. Well, it's very clear that Uncle Bard is the bass player.
It's not so
Okay.
clear. Was it?
Because clear. No, it's Rob, but it started like a fun, like a prank, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's very shy, and we had to do that first gig, and we had to find a name for the band.
Okay.
So it was a sort of joke, because he was shy, and they put his name right in the name of the band. So that was the origin. Uncle Bar, because
it's quite a character,
Yeah, but his name was probably due to Giochi Ruolo.
Yeah, because it was back in time. It was even now. It was a great nerd.
Okay.
It was playing a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, stuff like that.
His name in Italian was Silvano, So that's the translation of Uncle Bart.
So it's the Bard.
Okay. And have you guys, like, did you grow up together? Is that how you all met, or you've known each other a long time? Yeah.
Used to play in different bands in this area. Well, I know Rob since 2000 because we had a thrash metal band together, and he was the bass player. So
I think we were basically all part of the same musical scene in our town, and
it was a huge musical scene.
it was massive.
Really, you can't believe that.
Yeah, and we were all coming from different bands. And so basically we killed the scene, making one band. You know.
So what happened to the other bands then? Did they?
Yeah.
Is there another Celtic punk rock band that's not as successful in your town?
No, we were all coming from like rock, metal, punk bands, and so yeah, it was basically. Actually, they were making fun of us at the very beginning, you know, because everybody was like playing heavy metal and we're coming out with a flute. And we're like, oh, flute. Yeah. Then,
Okay. And
it's fun music. Yeah.
so what drew you into this scene? Like, why Celtic rock?
Like why we play this music?
Yeah, like
It's
what's
It's a good question.
One of us has a different
Background.
That's a different background. Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of folk rock even before, and the Pogues and stuff like that. And when we probably dropped Murphys and Flogging Molly back in those years were the main influence. We can't deny that.
Yeah. Actually, what was it? Was when Dropkick Murphys were touring for like Warriors Code.
Yeah.
So
2000
maybe. So we were like, the two of us and Bardo. We went to this show of Dropkick Murphys, and we were probably already trying to build up the band. So we went to see that show, and it was so good, and it was music that was so able to keep people together that we got really, really excited about it, and we said, right, we could like to try. It's something that is really interesting the way they put people together, and so we wanted to go more in that direction. I think it was
okay.
It was good.
Yeah, probably. I already had a banjo at home because I loved Irish music, folk music. So I was a guitar player, and then I started learning new instruments. I had a fiddle, but I'm not good at it at all. I had an accordion, and then the banjo was quite simple because switching from the guitar to the banjo was easier. So that's it.
Yeah, well, it's kind of fun. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I have to say that here in Busto, our hometown, there is a festival, one of the biggest festivals of folk music in Italy. That's called Busto Folk, and I went there every year. And we had Lunasa, we had Altan, we had a lot of Irish bands. So all those things together.
I think this area, for some weird reason, always been quite a lot into Irish music. Like we grew up, even if we were not listening, it was in some way in our background. I don't know why, but it's
in our own town. There's also the largest dance academy of Irish music in Italy. It's called Justice.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
So we can have the answer.
So you kind of have to play it then. Yeah, well, so you said like with the Dropkick Murphys, when you were in the audience, could you believe that you'd be sharing a stage with them, like, you know?
Not really.
No, like, first time happens. I don't know, maybe
2 years after,
2 years after, yeah.
we were very, very terrible at the time.
Yeah, well, you know, with a Celtic punk or Celtic rock crowd, I mean, everybody's too pissed and us, really. Like, let's look at the creative process. So, who writes the songs, and I mean, how do you guys create the music? I mean, do you tough it out in the studio and bang heads together, or do you go for a few beers and trash it out? I mean, and how do you know you got it right? How like when you get the song, how do you know this is it?
Well, we're not that kind of band that goes to the rehearsal room and we play and let's see what happens.
No.
We basically write songs. I think Lorenzo more likely is the main songwriter, and then he's like, well, I mean, is it 50%? I think in every album, 50% is Lorenzo and 50% me and Guido.
Yeah,
Basically.
the Guido's the lead singer. Yeah, and I don't know, I start from an idea, and then I usually start from the lyrics and the atmosphere of the song, and then I write the whole song. but then when we enter the rehearsal room, we work together to changing the arrangements. So each one of us do his own part.
Yeah, I think this time was the most collaborative songwriting.
Yeah, because I have to say, back in the past, I was, oh no, I have this idea and this has to do. So I mean, it's not a good thing, because everyone can add something to the song. And
His job. Yeah, I think we got a little bit more confident with the type of music and with our instruments, and so probably everybody knows what to do.
yeah,
Okay. And
More likely.
do you give yourself like a time limit? Like, we have to get. Did you give yourself a time limit that we have to get the album finished within a certain time, or?
we tried.
We try.
This album was supposed to be out last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
As we can respect the deadlines.
Yeah,
But
okay.
yeah, well, we had something about 30 songs for this album, but we worked on 12 songs, because we wanted to do a shorter album and focus on the best songs.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a bit about the gigs and touring. So you've been on the same stages. Excuse me, it's the Italian pair. Dropkick Murphys, the Dubliners, Fiddler's Green, who are massive in Germany. I mean, I didn't hear about Fiddler's Green, and then I was at the concert, and Jesus.
That's good.
Yeah, the Dannon. Like, is there anyone else you're hoping to collaborate with in the future? And how about those people you collaborated with? Like, what was
Floggy Molly? We did Floggy Molly.
Oh yeah,
like
oh, right, okay, I didn't know that. Well done, yeah.
Yeah.
We did the Italian tour 2 years ago.
Yeah.
With them. Yeah, and then we did the first gig of Dropkick and Flogging together was in Milan back in
3 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
Wow.
We were the super
opener.
band, the opener.
Jesus.
That was like big.
That's a marathon.
I think they were both touring, and then it was happening that they were supposed to play like in 2 different days in Milano. So the promoter decided, why don't you play together?
Yeah.
And from that gig started their whole tour. They did like the year after.
Okay, very good.
We were there. It was very good.
And what about your fans? I mean, like, you're a pretty good looking band for Celtic rock. You know, that's the Italian side to it. You know, with the flair. It's not quite the Dubliners, you know, or Shane McGowan.
Actually, we still want those like very colorful shirts. You know?
Yes. So I mean, you must have a lot of female groupies and all that kind of stuff, do you? Or I mean, Shane McGowan has groupies, so I imagine you guys do, yeah, no?
That's true. Well, you know, it's very good to play around and meet people, you know.
Okay.
And actually, Switzerland is very sweet with us.
Well, I was at that concert and I was trying to color you guys to talk to you, and I was waiting bloody nearly an hour to get through the crowd.
No, I mean, it's good to meet people around, and then it's not that.
It wasn't people. It was just girls. It was just girls.
Yeah.
me and my Irish mate, those two like middle-aged Irish guys. Jesus Christ.
Well, it's not that you play around for girls. We play around for music. Spread culture.
Yeah, but you were very good. You were very good. At least you gave us the time of day, you know. I was like, like, fuck these guys, you know. Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, have you got any interesting fans that maybe follow you around all over the place, or?
Well, actually, our manager.
Yes, I know him. Yes.
Oh, you know him.
Yeah, he basically started like a stalker more than a fan. But then it was so he lived close to us, so he got really involved in our like things. So
yeah, he helped us in the booking.
Many ways, yeah.
And then we have a few fans from Germany following us
A
everywhere.
lot, yeah.
In Germany. Yeah.
Okay.
Who's that girl that comes to every show?
I don't remember the name.
Yeah, from Switzerland maybe. But yeah, there are some guys they come
Very loyal.
Yeah, there's this guy that always brings a shoe, so we're forced to bring from his shoe, and it comes to every Swiss show.
God.
So it's quite funny.
I must look out for him. So, yes, so as I said at the introduction, your gigs are very energetic. I mean, it must be like a workout for you guys. I mean, how do you keep that up, that level of intensity over a few months? Because as I said, you're pretty good at hardcore gigging, like, so you do a lot of gigging, so you don't need to do weights, I guess. Okay, yeah. So I said, like, you're very energetic. I mean, you must be drained after like a few months. How do you keep it up?
Yeah.
Well, when on the road, you have to take care of your fitness because it's very tiring. And the gigs are long, and you have to play while standing. So it's quite.
We sound
quite a lot.
like grandpas. You have to play while standing. You know?
It's not hard.
Like a session band.
We did 3 hours sometimes.
Yeah.
And the bench is very, very heavy.
Yeah, it must be hard to source the cocaine at times.
No, we're not doing it. Well, anyway, it's quite a blessing to have people that comes to listen your music. So it's good to give everything, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but that, I mean, that's across the board with the Celtic rock bands. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's like going to the gym at times, isn't it? Like with the, with the mosh.
Next time we're gonna invite you to touch our clothes.
Yeah, and I guess you'd be like this, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So looking at you guys on stage, one thing that you can definitely see is that there's a very strong bond between you. It's kind of like a brotherhood. I mean, you do appear to be very close. At least that's what I get from stage. I could completely wrong maybe, but on stage you look like you get on. So I mean, how do you keep that together as a group over so many years?
Yeah, it's true, because we were friends before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably the reason. This is not a band that's been built to play that kind of music. We were friends before,
Mm-hmm.
we are friends now, and sometimes it's hard to be on the road for so long, and you know, it could be hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's like, you know, as you say, brothers. Sometimes they go well, sometimes they don't go well, but there's this legacy together. So
yeah, well, I mean, it's hard when you don't sleep and you have to wake up early to move to the other venue, and life on the road could be very, very stressful. So, but
we're friends. We like to spend time together and drink together. So and then when we are on stage, we're like, I don't know, maybe we're just very trained to play together, but it's very cool. It's fun.
Yeah, we met bands that have a totally different approach to the music. They are built as
professionals.
Yeah, as a business. Some, I don't know what else. And
we're still.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. It's like going to the office and work. No, I want to enjoy what I do. I enjoy being on the road, being with friends, and share times off stage with my bandmates.
We're still friends. We can say that.
Okay, good. And what was your favorite venue? Have you any particular highlights of a venue that you played in? One that stands out?
It's Baroness, of course.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Z7.
Z7 is very cool.
That's in Prato where we're going to live.
Okay, yeah. That's not a bad place to get a lot of good bands there. You know.
Great venue, but we were metalheads before, so it's always been a huge venue for metal shows.
Yeah.
You go there from Italy because German bands were touring in Italy, so we had to travel to
Z7. Yeah.
That was great. Another one for me was Hamburg, Germany. The Nust was the name. Nust, because we always dreamed about playing in Hamburg. It's lovely for the music.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you this story now. Well, I don't know. We went to Hamburg, and when we were kids, when we were teenagers, we were a lot into heavy metal, and then we were fan of this band called Halloween, and they were the main songwriter and singer is called Kai Hansen, and then so we're like, imagine if you go to Hamburg and you meet that guy. So he just went to Knust while we were doing soundcheck to have a pee. So we just stepped off the stage and he was coming out from the toilet. And it was the fucking Kai Hansen. And then,
that's kind of amazing.
Then we put him on a guest list.
It's pretty cool. Do you ever get performance anxiety? Like, do you ever, like, I doubt it though. You wouldn't get that, would you? Since you're very close guys and you're it's like your friends, and you wouldn't be getting
Nah.
But do you have any like pre-game rituals? Do you have any kind of things that before you go on stage that you do just to settle the nerves, or?
No, not at the moment, because
We drink
we are
beers.
so we are so used to play gigs now. So and I have to say that I missed that feeling when you have to go on stage and you feel your heart pumping because you don't know what's going to be, and I miss that feelings. But
we've been playing quite many shows, and I think we could say we're not scared anymore. You know,
the last thing for me was in the US last year. We played at Dublin Irish Festival, and it was a very magical moment for me because all my favorite bands were playing there, and
that was a bit.
It was strange, weird, but I had a lot.
Yeah, we were quite like out of our place, you know. It was US, and then we were always. You know what is the moment where we're quite scared is when we have to play in front of like English speaking people, because you know we always think we speak like pizza mandolino, che cosa.
I think you pull off the sound pretty okay. Don't worry about it. So what's your favorite part of this line of work? I mean, what do you like about being in a band? What's the best thing about it? Does it feel like work? Does it?
Yeah, it does.
It does.
Yeah, I think all the package. I mean, after many years, you've been like pulling a lot to leave this thing. Like you're in a proper band and you play around. You do like tours. You play with bigger bands. So all the package now, you know, you have to do many things, but it's very good that we're kind of making it in some way. I mean, you're reaching a point. I think we both play like since 25 years, stuff like that.
Okay.
And if you reach a point, everything is quite exciting, you know.
Yeah. I enjoy everything. Being in a band, including doing videos or being in the studio. That sometimes could be boring or tiring.
Yeah, you should know we always complain about everything, but in fact we love it.
But when we are not on the road, we miss that. So
yeah.
Okay. Like, what advice would you give to anybody starting to form their own band? What's the best advice that you could give, and what was the best advice you guys were given at the start? And
you didn't have any advice.
drink as much as you can. That's it.
Yeah, the parents say, stop playing music.
It was probably the best.
Yeah, yes, it was. Yeah, well, probably, I don't know. My advice would be play the music you like. You know, don't try to fit into a trend, because in the end, it goes away.
Yeah.
Okay.
And don't try to put up a band with session musicians or stuff like that, because that's what we were talking about before. You have to create a sort of friendship inside the band, have a sort of relationship, because that's the only way you can do that for the most part of your career.
Yeah, and so you can even grow up together as a musician. I mean, we're like very, very bad at the beginning. Not that we got any better, but I mean, at least we play together, you know. But if you go in your area and you look for like the best guitar player, you're probably gonna get bored or is gonna leave. So if you have a good friendship with your like bandmates, probably, I mean, it works with us, but there's not like the answer.
Yeah, that
Yeah, and
makes
the band has
sense.
its own personality, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, think about the Albar from Dropkick Murphys.
Yeah.
It's pretty useless, but
But it's
part
very
of the
important.
band.
Yeah.
It's part of the band, and it's, I don't know. Inside Dropkick Murphys, there is a sort of relationship like we have in Dirty Bastards.
It's talking about me. I'm pretty useless. But anyway, I'm still here. But no, very.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
It's a lot about like friendship between the bandmates, and I don't know, maybe. Yeah.
So what did like when you were starting off? You said like at the start it was pretty daunting. Maybe I mean, what rookie mistakes did you make at the start, or starting off as a band?
I don't know, millions.
What was the number one mistake that a band can make? Like what one? I don't know. Like I'm on a band, so I wouldn't know. But what is the one that
That's a very good question.
that bands tend to make? And I did it. Damn.
What could be? That's a very good question.
I don't know. Thinking about the music, I think trying to play like another band.
Yeah.
This is probably, and we did that. And you have to find your own sound. Try to to express yourself. And
Yeah.
we worked about that for 12 years, and now we're doing that. But this was a sort of mistake at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then, well, it's not easy in the very beginning. You always try to, I don't know, sound like your heroes or.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the thing for us is that I wanted to play like the Dubliners, while Silvano wanted to play like Helicopters. So putting all these together, our own sound.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then probably something else is you should like take your band at a proper level. If you play 2 gigs in your hometown, you don't have to say I'm doing a tour this year. You just go step by step, and then don't expect too much from music, because in the end is something that could last, but something that, I mean, a band can like get parted in like 5 seconds,
Yeah.
So
yeah. Okay. So like like you were saying, like maybe some people told you not to do it at the start, but what do your friends generally think of the band now and what you're doing? What your parents and relatives? They must be pleased at this stage, perhaps.
Well, for sure, this band is the first one that really have some appeals to our parents. I mean, I used to play in a band where I was putting makeup. My mom was not very happy.
Okay.
Actually, when we play,
my parents don't miss a gig.
yeah, even my mom, when we play in our hometown, they always come to our shows.
They've been very supportive for me.
Okay.
For the friends, it's been a bit different, because they were a bit jealous at the beginning, because we have a lot of friends playing music. So when we had when we started to tour outside Italy,
With the goals.
yeah,
They were not very happy because it was not happening to them. But as we said before, we killed the scene. No, but there are many. If there are many bands, they want to reach a point, and then one band is doing something. In the end, this area is even made of bands. They were very supportive to the other bands, but then it's quite hard to accept that someone is stepping over and someone is not. But, well, it happens. But we have to say this area was not very bad for the connection between bands.
No, not at all. But there was a moment when we were a bit jealous. Not now.
Not now, yeah.
Our friends are happy.
Yeah, I think that's to be expected, really. It's a normal thing, I think. So when you're not touring or preparing songs, what do you do with your downtime? Now, I know, Lorenzo, you like to do the cycling. You're a big cycling fan. Those photoshopped pictures of you going up the Alps or whatever, Italian mountains.
There was two, because I said to a friend, as soon as the lockdown is over, I want to climb all the passes in Lombardy, because we were not allowed to go outside the region. So, well, it happens that we have Stelvio, that is the highest pass in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
So I did Stelvio, Gavia, and that was good.
In the same week.
The same week, yeah, because there was no Giro Italia this year, so I had to do that.
Okay. So who's your favorite cyclist, then, Lorenzo, or who do you follow, or do you have a favorite?
Well, my favorite, I guess, Chris Froome.
Okay.
Chris Froome he's really cyclist, and he's a nice guy, I think. And I love Irish cycling. Well, Nicholas Roche, the son of Stephen Roche.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a red jersey at Vuelta last year. And Ireland for cycling is a really good point now.
Yeah, when I was a kid, like, Jesus Christ, cycling was massive in Ireland, because we had Sean Kelly, Stephen Roche, Martin Early, and we had the Nissan Classic in Ireland, and it was like, you have big crowds on the Tour de France, but it was the same in Ireland with the Nissan Classic. It was just because we had good cyclists. We have some half decent ones now, but it's one of those things that was big in the 80s and 90s, and it'll never be as big again. So what about you, Silvano? What do you like to do in your downtime?
Well, I work, basically. Well, in some way, I think we're always involved in music. So basically, I play a lot. I'm a nerd too, so I'm very into like music, drawing, all those stuff that people does when he's locked in a bedroom all the time, But yeah, most of the time we work, since we're like part-time rock stars right now. as a job outside the band, mainly as freelancer. The only way you can combine touring and another job, because you can't rely on music only here in Italy. Well, you can do that for the summer or for 1 year or for 2 years, but then you can't know what's going to happen, as you can see this year. So we have some of us has jobs related to music, so recording studio or school music, stuff like that.
Okay.
We have to stick around anyway all the time.
I was going to ask like the logical question and wrapping up, but like, have you anything exciting lined up in the future? But with the corona, like, you just don't know, do you?
Well, I think we could say we just hope to do the gigs we were supposed to do this here, and it happened.
Everything is postponed to the next year.
Yeah,
all the gigs in Germany, in France, everywhere.
Well, 1 year of stop means that the next album is gonna get released like closer to this album. So
okay. Where I guess people can buy the new album and all the usual platforms, etc., etc. And they follow you on social media. You're on Twitter, Facebook. You have your own website, which is pretty good. I'll leave all the links below. So that's pretty much it. I think we've covered an awful lot, and thanks for giving me your time today, boys. And well, can't wait till the lockdown finishes, and I'll see these guys again somewhere in Switzerland. What was that place again that I seen you? Not Pratelan, the other place.
Baroness.
Baroness, yes. Me.
We're not kidding. We love it. We really love it.
Yeah, that
sold out.
Yeah,
it's a good place, but like, yeah, they had the toilet outside, like.
It's very weird. It's a small venue, but it's cool.
Yeah, we kept getting lost every time we went to the guts to see the toilet. We got lost.
you have to take it exactly how it comes. Small show, very wet, all drunk. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, lads. Thanks very much for joining me. That's great.
We'll be right back.